Past 7 minutes, and past 7 minutes. Good evening, everybody. So the purpose of my speech tonight is to accept an award, and in about 5 to 7 minutes I will actually be eligible for my ACB, providing I actually get through this speech. So in accepting this award, I'll be talking about why I actually joined Toastmasters and how it's helped me, and a little bit about my Toastmaster journey. So to begin, when I was a little girl, I was very, very shy and very, very introverted, and it was actually very frustrating because inside I'm a bit of an extrovert, but for some reason being an introvert, you feel like you're trapped, you just can't express yourself, so it can be a very frustrating thing. So I became an accountant, which is a very introverted profession. So in one of my first major roles that I had, I was the national accountant of a big company, so I had a big responsibility. I did really, really well with the role. It just fitted me perfectly, and I had good reviews and everything from my boss. However, one day he did actually mention to me, he was very, very brutally honest, and I do love that in people, but he said to me, "You do really, really well with your role, but you just don't have what it takes to ever be a CEO one day." And I didn't even necessarily want to be a CEO, but just the fact that he said that made me think, hang on a minute, why is this? And he said it's because I just wasn't extroverted enough, I was an introvert. Now, I don't like being held back by anything. I, in myself, am very motivated and driven. So if you want to motivate me, the best way to do it is to tell me that I can't do something. So the very next day, I went and enrolled in Toastmasters. Now this had been something that I'd actually wanted to do for the previous 10 years, but unfortunately I just didn't have the kick up the butt that I actually needed to drive me to do it. So along I came to Sandbelt here, and I was so nervous and scared at the start. I was actually to the point where I was slightly agoraphobic. I was socially scared of being even in a social situation. And I remember even having to give the visitors report. I would just be so nervous, and I'd go bright red, and I would be shaking, and my heart would be beating. I'd really be having a cardiac arrest, pretty much, just from having to give the visitors report. And I was actually very, very fortunate to join about a month after Deborah joined. Now Deborah, as you all know, is very, very driven also, and very motivated. And I think Deborah knew that I was a little bit of a damsel in distress. I needed a bit of support and encouragement. So Deborah was always excellent at encouraging me to get up and do my speeches and, yeah, to just give anything a go. So in the very first year that I was at Toastmasters, I managed to get through my CC manual, which I was very happy about, so I got my 10 speeches done. And then I did my CL, and I had one last thing left on my CL, which was really bugging me, and then Renee helped me out, which was amazing. I had my mentorship to do, and Renee had his. So Renee and I both mentored each other, and I finally got my CL. So Renee has also been an amazing help with my journey. So this really, really helped me at work. My boss started noticing that I was all of a sudden not hating giving oral presentations anymore. I actually think it started to bug him, and I was actually becoming confident at it. And my boss was a very stubborn thing, and he didn't want to let on that he actually hated giving oral presentations himself because he was tough. So he didn't want anyone to know that he was afraid of anything. But he actually did start picking up that I was actually fine at speeches all of a sudden. So he did ask me what was happening, and I said, well, I go to Toastmasters now. So yeah, it's been amazing for me just in terms of developing me socially and also within here, and also professionally in my job. So I met Renee in February at the start of this year, and I'd done 3 speeches of my Advanced Communicator series, and Renee said to me, "Oh Sam, we need you to probably try and finish all of your 10 speeches so that we can get our DCP point for Sandbelt." And thinking, that would mean I have to do 7 speeches between February and June. Thinking that's just not achievable. And Renee, being very encouraging and supportive as he was, said, "Oh, I know you can do it, I know you can do it." And I actually had lost a bit of confidence in February because last September, I actually got sick. I had a tumour and it was the size of an orange, and so I had that removed, and then 2 months later I developed another tumour, and that one was also life-threatening, and I had that removed. And so Toastmasters was the least of my worries. I just wasn't bothered with it. And then I got put on medication to stop these tumours from coming back. But the downside to that was that the risk was that I could get blood clots. So 4 months went fine. However, on Monday I actually developed a blood clot, and I now have one in my leg. So I wasn't going to come tonight, but I've been very motivated and driven and encouraged by everyone. So it's like, yeah, I want to come and I want to get my speech done. So, yeah, I'm very happy to be here, to be doing my speech. And it's not just Deborah and Renee that has been an amazing encouragement. It's been everyone that's here, because I've seen everyone's speeches, I've seen everyone's evaluations. Nearly everyone here has evaluated me and given me amazing feedback. So, yeah, it's all been fantastic in my journey. So to conclude, I would like to thank each and every one of you for teaching me and demonstrating to me your skills and evaluating mine and being encouraging and supportive, and yeah, just being an amazing club to be around. And I do believe I've now reached my 5 to 7 minutes. I'm now officially eligible to be accepting my ACB. So
Sam, on behalf of the Sandbelt Toastmasters Club, I would like to present you with the Certificate of Advanced Communication Bronze. Congratulations.